How's it going, everyone? So today we are talking about something very interesting. We are talking about renting an iPhone versus buying an iPhone in South Africa. So if you are wondering how renting an iPhone works and if you should consider renting or leasing your next iPhone instead of buying, then stick around. Let's get to it. So this video was requested by someone on the comments, so thank you for engaging on the comments and keep those requests coming. So I've broken down this video into 3 parts. The first part, I am going to explain to you how renting iPhones work in South Africa. On the second part, we are going to look at buying an iPhone versus renting an iPhone and then try to see which one makes sense from a numbers and pricing perspective. And then the last part, I am going to obviously answer the big question if this is something that you should consider doing and if it makes sense overall. Obviously, I'll be answering this question as I go through each one of the steps. So let's get started. Sometime last year, Mark Gurman published an article via Bloomberg where he was talking about a subscription service that Apple was working on that would allow you to rent an iPhone every year. So basically every year you get a new iPhone while paying a subscription or a rental fee monthly. So this kind of makes sense if you look at the fact that the typical contract in South Africa is somewhere between 24 months to 36 months to pay, meaning that you can only change your phone after 2 or 3 years. And also research also shows that this is the cycle that the average iPhone user changes their iPhone. But if you also consider the fact that every year there's a new iPhone that gets released, then perhaps it makes sense to look at renting, because renting will allow you to change your phone every time there's a new iPhone. But the big question is, does it make sense from a pricing perspective? So this subscription is something that Apple was working on, but we don't have official Apple stores in South Africa. So we have what they call certified or authorized Apple resellers like iStore. So this means that specific leasing program won't be coming to South Africa. So what options do we have in South Africa for renting iPhones? Well, there is a company in South Africa called Rentoza that offers iPhone rentals. So I first learned about this company last year at Rage Expo. So they were there obviously exhibiting and promoting what they do. So I thought it was interesting, the kind of service that they were offering, renting out electronics and gadgets. That is because myself as a tech reviewer and as a tech person, I love different types of gadgets. So if I have an opportunity to only rent out something for a specific period, then that is a good thing for me. So for example, if you've been on the channel and you've been watching some of my videos for a while now, you'll notice that I'm more of an Apple person than an Android person. But that doesn't necessarily mean that I don't like other Android products. There are some products that I like. So for example, the new Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra, I think that is a brilliant phone, although it's not a phone that I would like to own for various other reasons that we can talk about on separate videos. But I would like to just to try it out, just to see what it can do, maybe review it as well as a tech reviewer. So having the option to rent it out would kind of make sense for me, right? Because that is one product that I like, but I don't want to own. Another example is I'm an Xbox gamer and not a PlayStation gamer, but there are some PlayStation exclusive games that I would like to try out. So when I saw Rentoza at Rage Expo, I wanted to rent out the PS5 for a month because that was in December, so holidays were nearby. So I wanted to rent it out and then play some of those exclusive games and then take it back. But unfortunately at that time the PS5 was on demand, so there was no stock. I had to wait, I think about 3 weeks or so for me to get one delivered. But I thought, well, if they're gonna deliver it after the holidays, then it won't make sense to me because the holidays was the only time that I was gonna get time to play. But I thought the model was kind of cool because it gives you that opportunity to rent out something, use it for when you want to use it, and then take it back. So yes, Rentoza is one of the companies that offers iPhone rentals in South Africa, and how it works is you go to rentoza.co.za and then on the landing page you will see the different types of electronics there that they have. So yes, they have different electronics, not only iPhones, but obviously for this specific video we are going to look at iPhones. Okay, so when you log into rentoza.co.za, the first thing that you're going to see on the landing page there when you scroll down is the different products that they have, as I've mentioned. So they have your Xboxes, headphones, and even other electronics such as microwaves and washing machines. So all of those kind of things. So for us, we are going to select electronics on the top menu, and then when you scroll down there, you'll see the different types of smartphones that they have. And for this video, we are going to use iPhone 14 Pro Max. So we're going to select it there on the option. So this is a 128 gig. And then when you click it, you're going to go to a page that describes this phone and the terms and conditions of how the whole rental is going to work. So if you look on the side there on the right panel, you're going to see the different colors on the bottom there. So they have black, silver, gold, and purple as well. And then in terms of the leasing or the subscription term, they have 12 months, 6 months, 3 months, and 1 month as well. So what you need to do is just to select the color, and then you select the subscription term that you prefer. So when you start with 12 months there, you can see that 12-month subscription is going to cost you 2,590 per month. And then there is also something called buyout price. So buyout price means that when you return the phone, then you can choose if you want to buy and keep the phone. So that is the price that you can pay at the end of your subscription term in order to buy that phone and then own it. So on a 12-month subscription term or renting term, you are going to pay 2,590, and then the buyout price will be 12,110. And to get the total, if you add this up, you have 2,590 times 12, which is going to give you 31,080 rands. And then if you add the buyout price, which is 12,110, and that will give you a total of 43,190. That is almost double of what you would have paid if you had paid cash. And then for the 6-month subscription term, you pay 2,660 times 6, which will give you 15,960. And then if you add the buyout price, which is 21,190, then that will give you a total of 37,150. So this is slightly better than the 12 months option. And on to the big question: should you consider renting or leasing your next iPhone, or should you just stick to buying? Well, as you have seen on the numbers there, it seems that it is cheaper to actually buy, and it makes more sense to buy. However, renting is also an interesting option, that if you are in one of the scenarios that I mentioned earlier on, like I said, if you're a tech YouTuber and you just want something that you can use and try out for a short period, then obviously leasing or renting would make more sense. I mean, these phones change every now and then, so you'd want to try them out. Also, if you say, I don't want to wait for my contract to end after 2 or 3 years, which is long, then I think maybe you can look at the leasing option. Obviously this will cost a little bit more, but then if it's important to you to change your iPhone every year and use the latest one, then this is one model that would make sense. I think also if you are in a situation where maybe you lost your iPhone or something like that, and you just cannot use anything else other than iPhone, then you can rent it for a short while until you get to a point where you are able to buy the next one. But if what you want to do is to buy the iPhone so that you can use it for long term and own it for the next 2 to 3 years, I think buying makes sense and not renting. I think also if you want to use the phone maybe for a specific project, whether it's filming or whatever that is, then you can rent it out, use it for that, and then when you're done, then you can take it back. I guess it all depends on what you want to use your iPhone for and how long you are planning to use it for. But overall, I think I like this whole renting model. I wish it was a little bit cheaper and priced at a competitive level, so that when you look at it, it's not outward obvious that buying is the best option. But like I said, overall it depends on the scenario. It depends on you specifically, your needs, what you are looking for. And that is it. Thank you for watching. So let me know in the comments if renting is something that you would consider or you will stick to buying. Don't forget to like and to subscribe to the channel. I will catch you on the next video.